Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Daily Dose of Good News. Hope you guys are doing well on this Tuesday. Have another great show coming up for you guys today, featuring one of the interviews we did on Wednesday, October the 29th, when we broke the Guinness World Record for most TV interviews in 12 hours. Dr. Victor White is someone I've known for years. I've got a chance to work with him in the schools that he's been a part of, bringing special guests like authors as well as recording artists to be able to motivate but also to entertain the kids. He's now stepping out this year in his brand new endeavor. We talk about his passion for education, his love of working with children, but also what you guys should know about the importance of taking the step when you see a need that needs to be filled. Enjoy this conversation with Dr. Victor White. To know Victor because of his work in education. I had a chance to bring some great authors to schools that he's worked with, some recording artists I've worked with, bring them to his schools as well. So you have a real passion for young people, Victor. What has it been like for you to be an example to them as to what is possible?
It's an humbling experience. I mean, to work with students and let them see, to be able to help them move forward. Some of them, they come from different backgrounds. They don't have a lot of positivity in their life, but I try to be there for them to help them see what's possible if they put forth the right effort and the support. They can be great.
That's right. That's such a great reminder, and we need that more. Now, I mentioned you started something new this year, Victor, and that is the Aspire Forward Consulting. What inspired you to start this?
Aspire Forward was started out of frustration and accountability. The frustration came from seeing people dealing with students who don't really have a true understanding of what students go through. Even with my time being kind of young, but from my time in school up until now, the things have changed so much. The things that I went through, these students go through so much more. They have problems at home, they have trauma, they have social emotional problems that they're not equipped to deal with. And a lot of times with the school systems and different educational programs, what happens is it's almost like we wait for the students to mess up and then we say, okay, we got you. We're gonna get you out of here now. But I feel like we need to be working beforehand to try to eliminate the problems or to fix some of the problems that they're having.
Love that. Your wife is in the comment section, Victor, on Facebook. She says Aspire Forward for sure. And Tracy Francis says hello to the Thurmans. Both phones are on 7%. I don't know if she meant to put that in the chat, but we all know now, Trey. so thank you for letting us know. So I want to ask you about what you just mentioned, Victor, and that is about the relationships. Why is it important for the relationship between the educators and the parents to be strong?
It has to be stronger because we're all working for the same goal, and that's to educate the child. A lot of times what happens is, I think Dr. Green said it earlier, there's a break. Yeah. So there's a break where you have the parents in this isolated here, the teachers in the schools isolated here, and the children are falling through the gap. If we can work together, teachers working with parents, because a lot of times the parents are the ones who dealing with the child at home, they notice things that the teacher may not be able to notice. Child's not sleeping, child may be having some kind of issues or problems. Well, if the parent can come let the teacher know, then the teacher knows how to deal with that student. That student may need some extra love, some extra care. And then if the teacher's seeing somewhere the student's falling off, maybe the grades are dropping or something, and they can contact the parents and say, hey, I noticed little Tommy grades are slipping. Is there something going on at home? Well, the parent has a chance to get on it. They don't have to be the last defense. A lot of times parents don't know until it's too late. And then there's not a whole lot they can do. When you come to pick up the report card, it's too late.
Right.
The grades are already documented. But if I can talk to you in the second week, third week, or the fourth week of the school, we can work to get the child where they need to be.
Love that. And that's such a great point. Now, of course, I don't have children of my own, but my being in the schools as much as I am, it is great to see that relationship that I've seen the teachers try to have with the students. But you're right, we can get the parents and the teachers to be able to work together. It definitely can make a difference. So I want to ask you then, when it comes to Aspire Forward, what do you hope Aspire Forward is able to do in order to build a sense of community and trust? Because I've noticed, especially with the kids that I've been able to work with in Yazoo City or even in Jackson, a lot of times it's hard to get them to open up because they don't trust you. They don't know you. Some of these people just come in, once a year, to speak, whatever. What do you hope Aspire Forward is able to do to help to bring that sense of community and trust
First, I will aspire forward to be able to provide professional development for counselors, also educators, so that they'll know how to deal with students. Oftentimes, I can't get a student to learn what the content area is if they're having problems at home. You have students who mom and daddy might have fought all night, but then you want me to come to school and be a regular student.
Right.
That's not possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes I may be going through something, even something as small as we think it's nothing, but girlfriend, boyfriend issues could be causing me to fall off in school. So we have to be able to identify the problem, and then after we identify the problem, to deal with the problem.
Yeah.
And hopefully aspire forward to be able to bridge that gap by providing professional development, teaching about social, emotional problems, trauma-informed decisions. You want to be able to deal with the child holistically. You can't compartmentalize it where, okay, this is where I'm the teacher, I'm just going to focus on math. You can't do that.
Right.
Because, like I said, if I had a bad night, I'm not going to be able to deal with the math.
Right.
So the teacher has to, and I know teachers and educators wear a lot of hats, but you have to look at the child holistically, and you have to be able to identify what the problem is and then figure out a solution to solve the problem. And aspire forward is there to help them develop those skills that they need.
Well, I was excited, Victor, when I was kind of disappointed I didn't get the exclusive on the announcement about Aspire Forward, but we'll talk about that at some other time.
I apologize.
but I was excited to be able to hear about it. But I did want to ask you this question as your fifth question. Starting anything new is not easy. What helped you to take this step?
As I said earlier, frustration of seeing students oftentimes pushed to the side. I worked in alternative school settings. I worked in juvenile detention settings, elementary, middle, high school. So I've pretty much run the gamut of education.
Right.
And to see students who have all the potential in the world, but their potential to be locked away because nobody can reach them. Like you said, a lot of times people come in and they come in once a year and they may talk at you, but they don't talk to you. They don't get to know who you are. And like, to build trust, a student has to know that you're actually concerned or interested. Right. And a lot of times we don't get that. We get that this is my content, I'm going to teach what this book says, and the rest is you're on your own.
Right. Such a great point. So that leads me to this question as our bonus question for you, Victor. What are you looking forward to with Aspire Forward as we close out this year and head into 2026?
I'm looking for growth. And when I say growth, one of my old supervisor, Dr. Overton in Meridian Public School District, she always promotes people over paper. So what we need to do is documentation is important, accountability is important, but we've got to get back to the point where we're dealing with the people, the needs of the people. And if we can do that, everything kind of centers around it. Accountability in schools, the testing and stuff. Students who are holistically developed, they do better on tests. Students who, when you deal with their emotions, their problems, and then it's time to take a test, they can focus on their test. They can be successful on their test. Whereas if you're just teaching the content and I got all this stuff going on in my head, all these problems going on.
Yeah.
That information that you're providing, as important as it may be, I'm not absorbing it because of all the other issues that I have going on.
So true. Well, we're looking forward to it, Victor, and looking forward to our next chat together, man. Glad you could be around for us.
Glad to be here.
Let's give Victor White a hand, everybody. So a lot of great takeaways from that conversation with Dr. White. One of the big ones is if you see a need, do what you can to fill it. That's what he's doing with Aspire Forward. Also, the importance of community. Again, working together. That's a theme we've been able to hear in some of these conversations on our broadcasts. So definitely, Dr. White, thank you so much for spending some time with us, giving us your first sit-down in-person interview. I should also mention as an exclusive, Dr. White is featured in an upcoming issue of Conversations magazine as well, our Mississippi Success edition, so you guys should look out for that. If you missed any of our past episodes, make sure you guys head over to dailydoseofgoodnews.com. That's dailydoseofgoodnews.com. You'll see the website down below. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.